Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tuesday, November 8th, 2016. And we are very, very early today. Obviously, it's US Election Day. I'm Canadian, so, you know, I don't have to go out and vote or anything like that. And if you can vote, you probably should if you haven't already. But I can't, and I just happen to be, you know, shuffling my things around, and I was like, well, you know, my tasks around, and I'm like, well, time to do this, so let's do it. It'll be probably pretty quick. So where we left last time, we were working on, I actually remembered something, but we were working on excuse me, on moving the player camera to the spawn slots, and we had a couple bugs. As makes sense. The main one is that the server for some reason doesn't want to go all the way. It wants to stop like a little bit before the direction that the player start go. Well, we haven't finished player start thing yet. Well, I'll explain it a bit as we're in it. This is a very loud song. Okay, so how it works is when this countdown happens, all of the views that are actually associated with a player will turn and move towards the associated what the player start says it would be, even though we didn't actually implement that yet. We just implemented kind of that, and the ones who aren't stay as a spectator. It doesn't quite align properly, so that's one bug. The other bug is that the rotation happens very quickly, and that's actually because we have it set like that. Because we reuse the camera rotation code for the controls, and that's you're kind of stuck with. And it happens midway because I was like, oh, I'll just do it in a, you know, at certain points and in the animation, but, you know, I'll explain a bit better when I'm actually showing you what I'm talking about now I think of it. Okay, so first problem is that the player tick. Camera rotation is assumed that it will be a certain amount of time. So time camera rotate delay. So it uses the camera rotate delay variable, which is over here, and it's 1/4 of a second. That works well when you're doing the I can't speak. When you're doing the, you know, gamepad or in-game controls, but it doesn't work so well when you're doing that, particularly since the in-game controls are locked at 90 degrees. But this could be any rotation up to 180. So, yeah. So the main thing is that we're going to try it with these at the same time. Let's see if we can find some way to solve the actually, before we do that, let's just do our hot reload, as I said. Oh, there's a... oh, they released a new preview engine build. Sorry. Let's do a hot reload. We don't usually do this, but today. So yeah, to answer the question why the early stream, I kind of already answered it earlier. Basically, we're shuffling tasks around, and it's obviously going to be a busy day for a bunch of people, and some people would want to have a distraction for it, but they'll have to choose a different venue for that. In purpose, can I want to watch the election? You know, looking from across the board and being like, or yay, or whatever. I don't know. Okay, let's not be political, Scott. Okay. So let's see if this turn at the end will look fine. Yeah, so I need to figure out how to fix that. So I'm guessing it's probably, the problem is that it's not snapping. Police helicopters hovering over summer voting places. Okay, that doesn't sound so good. If current time is greater than camera rotate finish. So I'm confused how this shit works. Oh, sorry, blooper. This is a very odd code. I develop games. This is not really usable code. Okay, so current rotation is get active rotation. Desired yaw is the yaw from that. Desired yaw is rounded to the nearest 45. So yeah, this just sets the whether the stick is moving or whether I press the buttons on the keyboard that maps with the stick moving. So the actual payload code's in here. Or not. Oh, I don't actually have a snap. Oh, okay. That could be a problem. Oh. Okay, so current rotation dot yaw equals desired yaw, and then player pawn set actor rotation, current rotation. That might be the problem. Okay, so let's do a hot reload. Hopefully this will fix the little snap bug we have. I thought I had tried this already and something went wrong, so we'll see. Nope. Okay, so snap's fine. There we are. Okay, so now we will open up Git shell. So yeah, hopefully everyone has already voted, if you're American. If you're Canadian like me, then you know, welcome to the stream. Or watching us at the voting station or something. I don't know if they have Wi-Fi. Fix camera rotate snap bug, and yeah, Mir said the already voted, but Mir's not the only person watching right now, I hope. I know we have at least one other viewer. Okay, actually, they said in the chat, yeah, so develop games. They're a frequent person here anyway, so yeah. So fix camera rotate snap bug, and oh, what was the first thing we did as well? So it's a camera snap bug, and oh, develop game can't vote. Okay. What was this a stream? What did we just do like 5 minutes ago before the camera snap bug? It was Let me just make now it's like a quick, like, 5-second fix. Actually, it's a... Oh, we haven't committed the one from yesterday, too, so move. spawn at start. Test. So now we're gonna reload, and then we're going to actually finish what we were working on last time, which is going to add gonna add the player pawn. So instead of make and vector, it's gonna be whatever the... Oh, but we can't do that yet because we haven't added the blueprint methods to I think it was base game state. Yep. Let's actually do check it. I'm guessing I won't have as much, that much functions that I'll need to actually clarify. And if I do, then I can always rename some of them. So now they're blueprint callable, so I can get tile coordinates and so forth. Okay. Oh yeah, so apparently in Unreal Engine 4.12 they are able to use Visual Studio 15 now. It's still in preview, but from what I've been hearing from Epic, they said that from their live stream, it said that Microsoft's keeping the two IDEs fairly similar together in a compile standpoint. So the project is basically compatible and like basically going to guarantee to be compatible without much changes. So they're just going to support them both for now. Which is kind of good because apparently Visual Studio 15 is so apparently it's very easy to uninstall and reinstall. They've been working a lot on that. Yeah, what I was going to say is the install and uninstall process. Normally when you install Visual Studio in your system and you uninstall it, things break. It kind of hooks itself really deep in a lot of aspects of Windows. They were trying to change that, mostly to make the install process easier, like to turn it on and turn off, or to install and uninstall, like from time standpoint, but also from I understand it, also from a impact standpoint as well. I know there was one time when actually just when I was starting to check it, the first couple episodes when it was still the Game Jam, Visual Studio Express, I overwrote with Visual Studio Community, and my debugger just wouldn't work. And then I uninstalled and reinstalled it, still wouldn't work. I had to reinstall Windows to actually do a repair install of Windows to basically nuke all Visual Studio stuff out of there and then install the Community, and it would finally work then. But yeah, and I still haven't reinstalled Windows since then, so you can probably guess why I really want to reinstall Windows, because I mean I've been having problems with it. So yeah. getting a bit ugly. No. I wrote pin instead of route because Blender does pins. Shoot, wait, what? Oh, does that not have so P state? Or so tile state, sorry. Break tile state. This really needs to be a lot easier. And then direction, get actor. Rotation. Yeah. See what I can do with rotator. Break rotator. Okay. Route. And I'll look at the chat in just a second. Anything fun going? Oh, sorry. Is that for me or is that for developed games? Hey Glog78, welcome to the chat. Doing fine. We're actually getting quite a bit of progress. So now, hopefully, this will, when we choose the correct player start for the for whatever this condition this is, it will move the client to the appropriate tile. So we'll see the two players. So we're gonna have 3 players in the game. And the 2 players that are associated with spawns, we should see them go to their spawn and point in the direction of the spawn. And a 3rd player should be spectator, so they'll just stay there. So 1v1. Let's get this guy. Excuse me. So we should see one of these go to the gold team, one of these go to the silver team. The arrow one should just stay put. Of these 3 windows. This one should be a gold team, I think. And this one, I guess, stayed put. Okay. Okay. So, what does everyone think about this? Does this look like a good start game? interface. So this one should be this one should be gold, this one should be silver, this one should be spec. So this one should not move, this one should move to silver, this one should move to gold. How does that look for everyone? Cool. Okay. Not too jarring or anything? Okay. Now we need to so that's that solved. Probably the next thing we need to do is remove the aura material on pieces that are in range for the current player, which I guess actually that would mean we need to make a turn system, so we need a turn system next. With that music in the background, expect pawns to dance with the canvas moving. Well, one of the special moves was supposed to be a dance-off from the pawn. That's why the pawn has shades. I mean, we added that later on, but... Animate, camera, hover material, star material. So that's probably the, or not piece, it was tile I was looking for. I'll move my camera aside, I guess, here so you can see a bit better. Sampling the audio and moving pawns. I probably would not go that far into it. First, then you'd have it all in lockstep anyway, unless you account for distance from emitter for the music and just have them, you know, dancely out of tune based on speed of sound. No. And probably a random factor too for how good they can dance. Doing the wave, just sine wave, yeah. Okay. So we're going to need to change the material. System. So Glog says, just keep coding. We're at a point right now where there's a lot of thought to be had. This is going to be annoying. Check it types. We have team list is the number of teams, current team, current competitor, global team ID, and then whether the skipping turn on.
See your eyes in different faces. It's bugging me out. Starting to get complacent. It's scaring me now. I can erase your lips.
It'd be a lot easier if it was objects, but then we'd have the problem of copying. Now we have the problem of you know, incrementing and stuff like that. But if we're not careful, then it's gonna want to copy and not apply the change. It's gonna be like, here's a copy of what you want, and it's like, no, I want to change. Because you have to do a lot from the game mode, and the game states where all this data is. So all the methods for actually doing a changing will have to be in the game state, but they'll be called from the game mode, and they'll be affected from the game mode. So actually, it won't be a U function. Void. Interesting. Just looked up the value of a pre-1982 U.S. penny for just its weight in copper. Yeah, wasn't it like 2 cents? Something like that. Oh, that could have changed since then. Copper went up in price, maybe like 3 cents now. Oh, 1.6 cents? Okay. Void, Let's do bool. And then void, and turn. Like today? How much did it go down today? You're now tuned into the Financial Times. I should no, not Financial Times. I don't want to use a trademark. You're now tuned into the financial section of the Loose Screw game development stream. I don't know why NASDAQ is doing that. Currently, high-grade copper has gone way up, but that being said, it could be different levels of copper based on purity and whatever. I'm guessing that's why NASDAQ is worried about high-grade copper because... Oh, I didn't even show that. They're all undo my tab there. So yeah, NASDAQ was saying that it's pretty high up there, but high-grade copper... Actually, is that even a company? No, it's metal, okay. So copper is up there, but maybe it's because of its the type that electronics company care about. I don't know. I'm not a financial person. If I was, I probably wouldn't have so much problems right now. Actually, just kidding. Financial people have a lot of problems too. Never mind. So we're now trying to. So what we need to do is have a method to increment this, increment this. Okay, so there we are. So next turn, skip competitor. Okay, there we are. And these will be the functions that game mode will call in game state and replicate down. Okay. Okay, so skip competitor. For in 32, I equals 0. Again, we need to do if we're going through an array of structs, we need to array of view structs. We need to do the this sort of counter because otherwise it's gonna return us the value as a copy, and then we'll be like modifying the copy, and then be like, here you go, and then it's like, I just gave you a copy. I don't need it, right? So we have to go into the list and modify them by position. This is why it'd be good to do object, because you can just do a pointer, right? Do I need to initialize it? Oh, team was like, yeah. Dot competitors. A little bit wasteful on resources because I'm wasting a register for this, but you know, whatever.
Talk to me honestly. I'm here.
So we're going through all the competitors. Bool B is everyone skipped equals true. Let's do everyone skipped, just, you know, get rid of the is. If team list dot teams current team dot competitors I dot b skipping turn equals false. B everyone skipped equals false, and then break because who cares. So now we know if everyone is skipped. We can then set team list dot teams dot current current team dot current competitor equals current competitor plus 1, and all of that modulo let's do number competitors. So in 32 number of competitors teams current team, again only for the current team, competitors dot num, then do num competitors. That looks a lot nicer. So if B everyone skipped, else so if someone and then return true. There is a competitor that has not chosen to skip yet, and then be everyone skipped is true, then we'll do for in 32 I equals 0, I less than num competitors I plus plus. Team list dot teams current team dot competitors I dot b skipping turn equals false. So the last person that skipped is gonna give up their turn. There we are. And next turn. So if everyone skipped, it'll go to the next next turn. Oh, actually. Yeah, that's not for me to decide. That's why I want to do a return. So I'll just return false, and I'll have the actor that called it, or the object that called it, be the one that says whether to skip the turn or not, which will right now be the game mode. So the next turn will be in checker types. Should just be team list dot current team equals team list dot current team plus 1, all of this modulo team list dot teams dot num. So now we'll have the method to like go to the next turn. Oh, also see why this is a problem. Okie dokie. Now we'll build and see if that works. Oh, because this isn't always okay. It actually did return false, but it would just return it more than once. Well, it wouldn't, because the for loop would never happen. It would be a one loop for loop, right? Hey, so that's the turn system. So from here, what we gotta do now is that the game mode will have the, you know, setting, like finding out whoever is the current player, setting them to, if they're an AI, then just having them do the processing. But if they're, oh, I should do a AI thread soon, too. But if they're a player, have them, have their player controller unlocked so they can do whatever they need to, but have everyone else be locked down. Hey, Syndicate. But have everyone else locked down, and lots of train of thought here. If it's AI, then kick off the AI thread. Yeah, anyway, I'm blanking. So, yeah, we're gonna need to do the AI thread, which we already have a framework for. We're basically just gonna copy the one we had before because it worked fine. It just it needed more data, right? So we're going to copy the actual framework of the worker thread, how to make it run as a worker thread, and then we're going to allow it to copy the state and, you know, bulk it up that way. We also need to implement how the player can see the board, so changing materials. But now we should have a system that, if it's not buggy, we'll set the correct player at any given time, so we'll know who that player is. We're gonna need some more methods in base game state to access who that is, of course, probably by grabbing the player state and setting it out. Yeah, you did write it twice, Sandra 4. Yeah, so we're probably going to work on that next time. So it was a very quick episode today, only about an hour, which is okay. The last ones have been going a bit long. Oh, I dropped some frames too. Did anyone notice any drop frames? I know people weren't necessarily watching it, but this is a second day in a row that it said I dropped frames. So it's possible that whatever I'm using, I think I'm using the Intel and the I think I'm using CPU for the stream and NVEnc for the recording, I believe. I get that backwards. NVEnc for streaming and CPU for the recording. That was backwards. Is it was 1650? Oh, it's not. It's at the rescale. Okay. So maybe I'm running into CPU issues. I probably should switch it to the Intel integrated GPU for the encoding. Anyway, all that aside, we're going to be picking this up next time, which will be probably next week, unless I do a bonus stream at some point. Or change one of this next week's streams earlier for some reason. Yeah, so next time we'll probably start working on some more accessor methods for game state to get the current player and stuff like that. That'll take only a few minutes. And then we will work on the player controller to have the server set who can see what, and then we'll have to do the materials to actually show that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.